Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is ReZero. So this is the fourth to last episode. So we are coming up on the end. We're still figuring out exactly what we want to do for this show because some of you guys may not know this was not a poll show. So we may do something special, but no promises. But yeah, for now, ReZero. So last time we left off, I forgot. What happened?
Amelia goes back to do her second trial.
Yes.
And Ram and Rose end up in big fights.
Yes. At Ryu's crystal.
Yes. Because he was going to make the snow.
Yes.
Yes.
We're expecting a big throwdown this episode. Who do you think's gonna win?
Hopefully Puck and Rem, because Puck's there too.
Yes.
And I meant Rem, not Rem. Rem is indisposed at the moment.
And I believe we were talking about how we would think that Otto might fight the other Beast Lady because they're both animal kind of communications.
Yeah.
In which case, we're going to have 3 fights this episode. So I'm hoping for that. So guys, make sure to stick around for the discussion. Hopefully we have a lot to talk about. Guys, if you like time here, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Check out the Patreon description if you guys would like to see the next episode a week early or the uncut version of this show or any other show that we have. Also, remember that there's social media in the description as well as Discord where we talk about the show regularly. So also remember, there's a Reels and TikTok down there as well, held by Nikki. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in discussion.
Just showed everybody. Woo.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyone but Ram. Ooh.
Yay.
Watch your arm. Ooh.
He took the whole wall. What?
He got it with his mouth.
Whoa.
By the hair.
Whoa.
I don't believe it. Maybe she can do that swap thing.
Uh-oh. What is that?
She
Okay.
took the
Debelled this air.
smoke. Bowled air. His first fight.
どんな脅威があっても
いや、扉渡りは閉じた扉にしか効果がない。相手もそれを知って。
どうして敵はその欠陥を知っているのか
Because of Ross.
Oh, you gonna tell her? You gonna tell her?
ロズワールが教える
Oh, you already know.
そういうことなのよ
Oh, it is.
ロズワールの英知の書にベティの死が記述されたってことかしら
お前がロズワールの望み通りになってやる理由なんかねえだろ。
Yep, yep.
これまでみたいにお前のやることはお前が決めればいいんだよ。
ベティが決める
Exactly.
これまでの日々にベティの決めたことなんて何も
For now.
Plenty.
先の微笑みを思い出せなくて記憶を寄せ集めてすがりたくなる夜だって何度もあった
Scrap. Oh, scraped. Okay.
誰かといたいと思ったことだってあったのよでもみんながベティを置いていくお母様もロズワールもリューズだって書にベティのことが記されたなら
Oh,
お母様はベティを忘れていたわけじゃなかったってこと
such false hope.
お前はバカだ。
Oh, here we go.
見てて痛々しくてしょうがねえよ。
Oh.
100年も時間があってなんでそんな極端な答えしか出せねえんだよ。お前
そんなバカな見落としをする
Well, she said it was just an
絶対に死ねえっ
experiment.
て言い切れんのか。じゃあお前はお母様が娘に白紙の本を渡したって本気で信じてるってのか。
それはそんな言い方
白紙の本と400年前の口約束にいつまでも振り回されてんじゃねえ。お前のやりたいことは
For yourself, Biko.
Be free.
Inspo speech.
反抗期に1回ぐらいめくってくるんだ。
Taco-jutsu.
十分すぎる時間じゃねえか。
Wonderful.
Belly's face.
契約なのよ契約はお前がベティのその人になってくれるの
He says no.
俺がお前のその人なんてわけのわからないやつのわけねえだろ。
Of course. Seriously, Zuru.
ありえねえ。
He had to, though.
Yeah.
But it's going by the book still.
あの隼人のように。夏希さん、
お前がベティのその人になってくれるの
お前はお母様が娘に白紙の本を渡したって本気で信じてるってのか。
それはそんな言い方
Yeah, what the heck? Oh,
Oh, the mobbies.
okay.
でもそれは織り込み済みじゃん。
これが全然効かない魔獣がいるの。
Oh, there's one it won't work on. Is it the big one?
Of course it is.
Is it coming? Uh-oh. Oh, guys.
Screw Otto, I guess.
Yeah.
Rem!
Wait, where?
I saw Rem on her back.
Oh, yeah, she is. Okay, good.
Drops Otto. Oh.
つい優先順位の差が
王子、男。
Then Otto.
Yes, the issue. Yeah. What is this?
That's
Oh, the mobbies.
one-
Oh.
Angry Hippo!
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was just
He was
there?
just hanging out.
He's like Elsa. He was waiting for them to finish their conversation.
友達なら見逃してくれてもいいんだよ。お友達だもの。最後まで仲良くしてくれるのよね。
She tried.
全然ダメ。私、さっきは死ぬ覚悟でした。今はそうではありません。
Oh.
Cause she has the
Because she's a brother!
Let's
ちょっ
go.
と勝手に決めないでよ。
They really are so polite.
No.
To just let them talk.
Right? Oh, it's a slow walker.
I'm smiling.
What? What? I know.
Oh, the other one.
Another one.
Dang it.
魔獣よけが効かない。
Oh, that's the one it doesn't work on.
Natural enemy.
What is it going to be?
ありうべからされる
Unthinkable present.
Alright. What is it?
今日のお母様、おめかししてるのね。
Because she's not wearing spandex for once.
Yeah.
何を言い出すかと思ったら、大人をからかうんじゃありません。
おはようございます。
Or cute at the moment.
おはようございます。時間通りね。
Oh, it's a picnic.
Picnic!
Picnic.
Picnic with mom and dad!
本日のお召し物が大変お似合いです。私としたことが
Okay, I guess that would be offensive somehow.
That's offensive.
Okay.
Nice.
So she's angry.
失礼な。
親子で仲良しね。違う。
愛されておられますね。
He doesn't get it.
It's like she's so oblivious.
He's like Amelia from season 1.
Yes.
Yeah. She got it from her dad.
一緒に暮らせばいいんじゃない？ひょっとして私が邪魔なの？
It's like, would I be in the way?
男性おばさん
男性。
たじゃない。
Oh.
仲良し親子ねって。
あれはてっきりお二人。
言ってたでしょ？私の言いたいことは言いました。あとは若いお
It's like,
You two young folks.
Run away.
she just bolts.
本当にどこでそういうこと
He doesn't want to know.
二人とも大好き。
So what's the challenge?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Basically seeing the future you wanted, I
And,
guess.
and leave it behind, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
エミリア、
Hmm?
こんなところに一人
Oh,
で
Archie.
危ないじゃないか。
I was like, Goose, how'd you get up here?
アーチから見てあの二人ってどう？
お似合いだと思ってるよ。
Hmm.
ボルトナ様は自分に厳しい方だから。
Everybody's
自
shipping
分
them.
の幸せを
Yeah, it's okay.
考えてもいいの。ここは君の理想の今、
Hmm.
君が望んだ未来なんだから。
So I guess the unthinkable president is like,
ボルトナ様はすでに
choose to stay here
司教様の安否は不明
or not?
So she chooses to say she'd like fail.
アーチ、
どうしてそんな未来を望むんだ？
かっこよくしていたいの。
エミリア、
憧れのフォルトナ母様みたいに一人にしないで守り続けてくれたパックみたいに 大切な人のために一番その人のためになることをしたいと願えるラブみたいに友達のために頑張れる
So much tears.
Yeah. Everyone makes a hard
ガー
choice.
フィールみたいにあの人たちにカッコつけられる私でいたい。
Hmm.
これからは
She doesn't want to disappoint
手を
them.
差し伸べてあげたい。大丈夫だよアーチお兄ちゃん。
エミリアは頑固だからな。それでどれだけ俺たちやボルトナ様が振り回されたことか。
すごくごめんね。
いいさ。だって兄貴は妹のわがままを聞くもんだからさ。
あり
Aww.
がとうお兄ちゃん。この世界を見せてくれてありがとう駅だな。
She hates
あ
her
んな
for.
風に並んで笑ってくれる二人を母様とジュースを父様を見られる日が来るなんて思ってなかった。だからありがとう。
Kinda just pushes her off the ledge.
駅だな。君が憎い。
Oh?
She's
た
crying.
だ君が
Aww.
憎い。
Hmm.
Aww.
Whee!
Okay.
Okay, I guess the Echidna didn't have to do it for her.
Dead.
なんだ
Look at that.
思ったより俺と
Oh.
母様に似てなくて。
Easy. Do it again.
Yeah, just go right back in again.
あれ
Oh!
Oh,
What?
私が必ず解いてみせるけど、でもみんなは家族だと思う。
スバル様たちから。おい、なんか言われたっけか。いやよく思い出せねえな。
Why are they saying that?
They're gonna stay
いつ
for
も
her.
でエミリア様、約束通りお待ちしてます。
僕は立派だ。そしてエミリア様、それはあなたにも言えることです。だから。
she is also 15. Sorry, 14. So,
わかりました。きっと無事に終わらせて、その時きちんと話をしましょう。
はい、約束します。必ず。
Whoa.
長いし
that's too long, too
途
serious.
中で私から俺に戻っとったし。
Oh.
恥じゃ恥じゃ。
She's acting like grandma now. I don't understand. She couldn't reach his ear, so
これもどうされた？リュウズさんが長老って呼ばれてるの
she doesn't know.
Yeah.
驚いちゃった。
She doesn't know. She's the only one who doesn't know at this point.
リュウズさん、ラムのどこかわかる？
Yes. Well.
She's dealing with something.
そのお役目がある。
Yeah.
Yes.
She went to get milk.
A hit
エ
job.
ミリア様はエミリア様の、ラムはラムの、それを果たしましょう。だそうじゃ。
She's too happy.
So worried. There's a lot. There's a lot of things going on. Let it make me happy, okay?
Please, we have. What's the last
来
one?
たる最悪に向き
Whoa.
The
That is
disaster that is yet to
future?
come.
So it was like past, a different present, and now it's a future.
A possible future. Oh.
Spoilers. Discussion.
Discussion.
Yay.
Yeah.
Happy episode.
Yeah. I mean, the last half, yeah. I mean, the first half was fighting for our lives, but still,
That was a good time.
it's a good time. I mean, anytime that Subaru's not dying in anguish in this series, I guess is a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some really extreme polarizing points to bounce between.
Yeah.
I still was feeling like holding my breath in Amelia's scene. It's like, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it at the end there. It's like, and the last trial is trauma.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It probably is going to be.
Disaster.
Mm.
But at the very, 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 very top, we had him talking with Beatrice about the book, and it was on top.
First, it was Elsa and Garf introducing
Oh,
themselves
it
to
was
each
actually.
other.
Yeah.
Yes, she was like, I'm Elsa Granhart.
Yes, I wrote it down. Grandhirt.
Granhart.
Yeah. So, I mean, she likes fighting him.
Yeah,
apparently.
she's like, oh, this is amazing.
Spectacular.
She's enjoying herself.
Evil Goku.
Evil Goku. Yeah.
And he like caught her blade in his mouth. Like that's amazing because we saw who is he? Reinhardt go up against her, and he had to let out his best. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't his best because we saw like a flashback of the present where he like destroyed the world. So he let out like a pretty big
Burst
of power on her and still didn't kill her.
Yeah.
It injured her enough, but
Yeah, what he did there was he just unsheathed his sword. That's like the low level stuff he did.
okay.
Unsheathed his sword. That's it.
Let me get ready. Okay, done. But Garth, yeah, it was nice to see that he was actually holding his own. Different kind of fight style, which was interesting to see too, than anybody else. So that was interesting.
Yeah. And then we go to the talk with Biyako.
Biyako? Wait, I don't know why I keep
Beatrice,
forgetting that.
Biyako,
Betty.
I don't
Betty.
know. But so we got the not confirmation, just again, they fully believe that not only is the book predicting the future, but that it's something that their mother pre-wrote. Or we never get to actually see inside the book of exactly the course of how it works, but that's along the lines of what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. And unlike Roswell, Betty doesn't know that apparently the path can diverge. She thinks that this is absolute.
Yeah.
She thinks that what is written will absolutely happen, not it's a path that can happen.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm wondering if from everything we've heard before and has the explanations given of the multiple branches and almost like a choose your own adventure book kind of thing, is it that her book stopped saying stuff because if her and Roswell had the same level book, maybe he took a course of events that rendered hers inert. So maybe he did something that made her path end.
Maybe.
Or like, wait, we're early.
Yeah, because she says she follows what the book says exactly, right? Roswell has said to Subaru he's pursuing one thing, and he'll get rid of anything in the way, and he'll making sure everything happens in that course. So he's taking like a proactive approach.
What if he erased the pages in her book?
Can I?
I mean, just like magic. He does like that magic stuff to like cosmetic stuff.
He does.
Oh, and he's also super powerful. What if he's just constantly blanking out her book cosmetically? Like the words are actually still there. He's just making it look blank.
But we also have to consider
For 400 years.
But we also have to consider that Echidna said she specifically told her things that were never going to happen. That person, she was like, it was an experiment to see how long she would actually stick with the contract. So that would lead us to believe that the book is not necessarily actually saying her future. Maybe there are things that Echidna could know were the future, and she didn't write them all in Betty's book on purpose. So maybe that's the reason she doesn't have things.
Also, it could be that if basing it off what I think I just said about the whole proactive, if she was waiting for that person the whole time and not taking any action whatsoever, that would help Roswell's case.
Yeah.
The only other person with the ability to do something isn't.
Yeah.
And then I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anything else on that?
Oh, the other thing that she mentioned, I don't know, just in passing, I guess, she's like, the fact that she was mentioned in Roswell's book, her death was mentioned in Roswell's book, makes her happy. It makes her feel like Mother still loves her.
Yes.
Or at least she thinks about her.
Or thinks about her. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Did Roswell has spoken about Betty, but I can't remember what if he said anything about her death or anything.
He didn't. He just sent the
words that he was supposed to say.
No, he sent the attack on the mansion, and he included her in the hit list.
Right. Right.
So she believes that Roswell is also following the book 100%.
And Subaru, interestingly, is kind of holding his tongue here when it comes to Roswell.
Yes.
So this is unusual for him, for me, in my opinion. Except for the time when he purposefully negotiated with Krush. He came up with a plan there. He was really thinking. Otherwise, he usually just kind of says on the moment things. Like, he won't remember to, like, he doesn't plan, like, Roswell said to say this. He doesn't think, maybe I should think about this. No, he just kind of says what's on his mind. So it was interesting that he held back. And it could be because he realizes how close they were, and maybe he doesn't want to be the one to break it to her. I don't know. It's, especially since he's so angry at Roswell. It's kind of weird to me.
He does have a way of not telling people everything, as we've seen before in other situations. Like, why don't you just tell him about this thing, this information that you got? But he just doesn't. I think this might just be one of those moments where he's not telling her that, you know, your mother had you wait here simply because, and he's not telling you that Roswell is absolutely nuts because.
Even though it would help his case, I feel like he thinks of it from the perspective of hurting her.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to hurt her by telling her mom didn't love you.
That's what I think too.
And also, Meta, we don't really have enough time to go through all this again, like another loop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's trying to make sure one problem at a time.
Yeah.
So right now, let's just get you out of here, and then later we can deal with the Roswell, and then later we can deal with the whole mother situation. But right now, we just need you to be alive. And you having a mental breakdown over all these revelations is not going to help.
True. If he actually thought of all that, I don't know. But the first part of not
Otto,
wanting to hurt her feelings, yes.
Yeah. Otto
Maybe
might have
Otto,
thought of all that.
Yeah.
Because we keep forgetting that Otto's here. Sorry, Otto. You helped with this plan as well.
He's a passive buff to his intelligence.
Yeah.
Otto's existence. +1 intelligence.
Yeah, save men, women, children, and then Otto.
You'll be alright.
He'll be fine. And then we, I don't know what I wrote here.
Well, I had something like the right next spot was the Mobbies not being affected by the plant.
Right.
There's two of them not being affected.
Is it that the two of them weren't affected?
I think
so.
so.
It had to be because that one was coming towards them.
Yeah, well, one of them, the first one that it was implied was one of them is not being affected. Well, I guess it's not necessarily implied because he would have probably mentioned he saw the girl riding the beast. So maybe it's because she's directly on it. But either way, there's two Mobbies that are still into play. The others are not.
Yeah, but if you think about it, she only attacked the girl in the hippo only attacked after the people with the crystal ran away.
True.
That's true. So that could be the reason she just hung back in the shadows, like waiting.
Just a wonderful conversation, heartwarming. Yeah.
So reading into it, he said that one's our natural enemy. Now he could have just been saying that as a look, this one's our natural enemy. It's not running away, But it also could have meant the Mobbies is literally the natural enemy of humans or something like that, and that's why it's not being affected by the crystal.
Maybe.
But it was also eating of the Mobbies.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
Also, maybe what's his name? Otto can't speak with this one.
Do you think he could speak with Mobbies in general?
I mean, he has. I'm pretty sure he can hear like trees. So.
Well,
True.
yeah, I know, but the Mobbies are kind of like, I want to say
different?
magical.
They are.
Different creature.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I feel like you should be able to hear them speak, but
Maybe not like.
maybe they don't have to listen to them. Like maybe nothing has to listen to them.
They just talk because they want to. Perhaps. Yeah, maybe.
And then in that,
Like that girlfriend that cheated on him.
then in that scene or close by, Frederica is like, before she was ready to die,
Yes.
but now that her brother is here, she's thinking, no, I'm gonna live after this. I need to go back to my brother and
reunite.
Yeah.
Be family.
Yeah, she didn't want to die.
Which is super sweet.
Yeah.
And Garf is still doing his cool things.
And he was like, I'm doing my first fight and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Amelia, we do the mini flashback and Amelia goes in for her ideal present.
Yes.
It was supposed to, they said
unthinkable present.
Yeah, it was like unthinkable present, but then Archie, when referring to it, was like, are you going to turn your back on this ideal present? So that's what her unthinkable present was.
Because to choose between something that's real or something that you wanted.
Which makes me very confused as to why superheroes are so bad.
I think it could just be a kid trying to break
I think maybe it's because he had no future. Because he kept killing himself. Like there was no alternate path. All of the alternate paths he took, he dies in those two.
But then it doesn't take into account the one he's taking the trial.
I think it just has to vary per person. It has, because not, what if it was the person doing the trial had a perfect life. Giving them a more perfect ideal present doesn't make sense. See what I'm saying?
But,
So
but
it would
that
have
doesn't
to
exist though, right?
No, I'm just saying in terms of how the trial works.
Yeah.
It is it's a complicated thing. I don't know that there's a set rule for what is the ideal present or unspeakable present. It could just be that it varies based on the person's mind. It is supposed to be a mind game, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to vary based on the person's mind, their psychology, whatever they're going through.
I agree with that, and I would fully be good with that as well. It's just the fact that they both had very similar pasts. 3 people have similar tests for their past. Garfield,
Yeah.
Subaru, and her. They pretty much all face the same kind of issue, you know?
That it was a difficult thing they had to get over.
Yeah, their past that you have to get over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of across the board, one moment in your life where you felt like you weren't fully fulfilling what you were supposed to be.
Bleh. The only reason we didn't pick up on this earlier was because the word present has 2 meanings. Because last time when Subaru got the unthinkable present, I don't know if any of you picked this up, I thought it was like present as in a gift. I didn't realize that it meant unthinkable present as in unthinkable current time.
Really?
Line.
Oh.
Did you get that?
No, I didn't.
So you're saying that this may be that's what it
A
was?
gift one?
No, it's that it's talking about current timeline. So the first one was, the first trial was past, second trial is present, alternate present, third trial is future.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if anybody picked it up earlier when Subaru was going through unthinkable present.
Yeah.
You did?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Not at all, me. No, nobody corrected me.
But we
didn't
said
say
it
anything.
multiple times though. Like I thought you said it a couple times. Like, oh, it's past and then present. And yeah, we like.
I could have sworn you said that a couple times.
I said it I said it in this episode. I haven't said it before. I mean, I didn't say it in the context of thinking that
The time. You didn't think of the time.
the present meaning present. I thought it was just the name of the trial. It was unthinkable present, unthinkable gift.
Okay.
But it was referring to the present, current time.
That's funny.
It's just, I came up with the conclusion of being past, present, future, completely alien of that.
Wow.
Dude.
It's okay. It's okay. We love you still.
Even being ignorant, I was still correct. Theories on point. Right, and Amelia, they're kind of building a picture of Amelia's father.
Oh yeah.
Very slowly with like
Yeah.
little things. It's like you look a lot like your father. You have your father's purple eyes. You have blah 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 blah.
And Amelia was like, I look nothing like
Less.
Mother Fortuna, or I
Less
look less like her than I
or-
think.
Than she thought.
She was like, what a pity.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, because it talked about how she acts like her brother sometimes. She's like, oh, that you're just hyper like your brother or something. They mention stuff like that. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see just some elf with purple eyes acting a certain way, and we're like, similar description, but they're never gonna tell us until like 14 episodes later, maybe.
I hope
Nah,
so.
if they do
What
like
color is
an elf with
Puck's
purple
eyes?
eyes, it's way too easy.
What color
Oh,
is
I think-
Puck's eyes?
Isn't it great?
Is it gray?
I don't remember.
It might be gray. I think it's probably gray.
It'd be too on the nose if it was.
If he was purple, nah.
We'd have noticed.
If it's blue, I think Archie's eyes are blue.
Archie's
Right.
eyes are green.
Green.
Archie was less Archie and more just kind of like the test speaking
That's-
to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
It's
it
a
was
little bit of both.
It was kind of like Garf's where his little sister kind of broke out of the picture and started.
Yeah. Like the personality was there,
Yeah.
but it was eventually just this is the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like from the start, it's like, are you really gonna give up this ideal present or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I almost thought it was Echidna speaking through him, but he was being too nice. It's like, no, this is the test Archie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really know much what to say about that. It was a nice moment.
Yeah, and Archie's like, you're my little sister. And she's like, you're my big brother.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that level of connection. It honestly felt like he was just kind of
Like
like
one of the caretakers.
Mother Fortuna's helper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that like they all cared about her, but it was more like daycare worker care about you versus family care about you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this moment, maybe they did more in the manga / light novel, and this was just kind of the only moment they had to give us the connection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, just at the end of Archie's little talk with her, we see Echidna
Yeah.
and crying.
Mm-hmm.
What I immediately thought of was how in Ryuzu's story, we never see Echidna's eyes.
Yes.
And they started that scene when Amelia knew she was behind her and started talking to her. They were hiding Echidna's eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
It was just because of the tears, I'm sure, but like it just brought me back to that moment, and I'm wondering if it's like the real Echidna is coming out slowly, like because she with Subaru showed hardly any emotion, like she didn't even know how to show proper emotion at the right time, which they talked about. So she's like emoting right now. She's crying and like expressing her hatred for Amelia. So I'm wondering if like whatever her reasons are gonna soon be revealed.
I think that the only thing it could be, well, not only thing it could be, in the context of this situation, she at some point made the choice to take that out.
To accept the...
Well, either she accepted the unthinkable present or something in her, not even the actual test, of course, but in like her real world.
Yeah.
Or she turned her back on it as well, and she doesn't like seeing someone else do that. Because remember, at one point in time, she was living like a happy life with like Roswell and all them in that one spot. I wonder if maybe she regrets her choices that caused what happened to them. Deep down.
Maybe.
Or it's the opposite, and she feels indirectly judged because Amelia was able to turn her back on this paradise to do the right thing, and she took that paradise and didn't do the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to believe that she's feeling judged because she made a decision that maybe she felt in a moment of weakness, she made a decision she's regretted, and she's seeing Amelia, who she doesn't like already,
making better decisions,
and overcoming and changing. Like if we kind of connect Echidna with Roswell, Roswell is like surprised to see Amelia changing. Yeah. He doesn't show as much hatred, at least he's maybe just good at masking his true feelings. But Echidna, maybe he learned from Echidna this kind of thinking. They've been together for so long. Yeah. Right? So it could be that Echidna is kind of thinking the same way. Like she never saw Amelia capable of changing, and she never thought, maybe believe people are weak, they're just weak. And here's this girl disproving everything she's ever believed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she didn't think they could change.
Yeah, we did see this scene right before she went into the trial with Roswell saying, "Teacher and I were the ones who started this."
Yeah.
Callback.
It could also be she's upset at the idea of the sanctuary being released.
She toyed with that idea so much. I feel like it's not as much of an issue. She helped Subaru a couple times, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, Roswell wants a particular series of events to occur. I don't know if it involves the freeing of the sanctuary, is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, he was going to use the power of Ryuzu crystal to make it snow and cause trouble.
Yeah. To put it lightly.
Yeah, basically cause trouble for Subaru in order to make him fail this round. So I'm like, is it that he shouldn't? Is it that he just wants Subaru to do a specific thing, or is it that he's trying to prevent Amelia from being able to pass the test, or is it that he wants Subaru to be the one to pass the test because Subaru's supposed to be doing whatever for him? I don't know.
That he was the dad.
You thought he was the dad?
The Puck. Yeah, because I was thinking he's a spirit, right? And he constantly refers to him as a sinner, right? And Puck was known as the beast of the end, right? What if he did eventually like split off from Beetlejuice when he went crazy?
Didn't someone come up with that in the Discord? Maybe it was you.
It was me.
It was you.
It's a strong theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that happening.
Yes.
Amelia coming to the resolution. Oh yeah, when she was looking in that mirror at the very beginning,
She was very sad.
Well, at the end, I thought, oh, maybe she just saw the whole Mother Fortuna thing. Like, she didn't look like her, and that was like finally understand what that was. But also, I thought that she kind of touched her hair, and she would have seen the band in her hair, which would have reminded her that Mother Fortuna died, and all the course of events happened.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of like snapped her back. Like,
that you're right. Maybe that was the moment she came to.
I thought she knew immediately when she closed her eyes when Mother Fortuna was brushing her hair.
Maybe.
I kind of thought that she was maybe in a dreamlike state. Like, oh, this is nice. She's brushing my hair. Mother Fortuna. And then, all right. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe. So Amelia wants to be strong for others. She doesn't want people to constantly have to be strong for her or see others be strong for their beliefs. She wants to be like that, where she can stand for something.
Yeah, she wants to be admirable.
Yes, and she thinks back and she realizes how much people have been protecting her all this time.
Right, like, and she's like come to realize, I wonder, because she said, I wonder how much people have been protecting me, and it just made me think you wouldn't even understand. Subaru has gone through so much, and I wonder if she could ever find out. I don't know, because Subaru can't tell her, and the only person who could tell her is Echidna, because Echidna knows, and she's not gonna die if she says it. But will she? Probably not. Or maybe she would.
Maybe
to like
she
try
invites
to,
them both to the tea party.
Or no, I was gonna say maybe she would just to try to break her. She might just try to, like, you know, in a desperate attempt. Like, she's just pulling at straws. And she's like, well...
You don't have any idea how much she suffered to get to this point?
Yeah, maybe hoping that would, like, pinch something.
Maybe.
I do feel like there will come a time where someone, maybe it's Amelia, will just be able to see everything he's gone through. Because it's... I don't know. I feel like in terms of a story, that there's this part of it that has to be revealed at some point.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sure, the reveal that Echidna knows and stuff like that is good, but she's kind of on another level, almost, if that makes sense.
She's like outside of his circle.
Outside, yeah.
And at first it was nice because she seemed nice.
Yeah.
And now we see that she's a little bit more devious than we realized. So it's not as comforting to know that she knows anymore.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Echidna, with the whole can't change thing, she always introduces herself as an evil witch.
Oh yeah.
So that could be a defense mechanism of her justifying her own actions and things she's done. It's like, well, I'm evil, of course I did that.
Yeah.
You know? But maybe we're seeing that she does kind of deep down regret it.
She wants to be admirable, which is probably why she was building the barrier for the people. She wanted to be admirable. But I guess she's just like, I do bad things. Cope.
Yeah.
Copium.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
And then, is it now, or Amelia's come out? Do you have
Yeah.
something before that? Yeah.
I'm done.
Amelia came out and all the people.
All the people. All of them.
Yeah. I just thought it was really nice. And at first I was a little confused by why they were saying, oh, I forgot what it was now.
Subaru said something? What are you talking about?
I don't remember. You answered it in the reaction. What was
that was it. They wanted to stay for her.
Yeah.
Subaru was telling them they could go home.
Oh, right. Because they are human. They can just leave.
Yeah.
But it would have been a bad idea anyways, because they're currently trying to fight. Although I guess it would have taken them time.
Yeah, and also the fights at the mansion, which is, I'd say, like a mile or two away from the village.
Well, that's assuming that, what's her name? Meili didn't kill all the people in the village yet, right?
Yeah.
And because she did head there. So I'm guessing at this point, because this is our hopefully, winning loop. She has not made it to the village yet and people are alive. So I guess them heading there wouldn't be a bad idea. I just feel like they're just going to be liabilities, casualties, just like people available to kill.
You're right.
So.
Yeah, because thinking back, she did say that she killed Petra, like, last and quickly.
Yeah.
After she went to the village or something like that in one of the loops. Yeah.
Well, no, she would have. Anyways, I was kind of confused. And then the Demis they came out. We finally see them after all this time.
Yeah.
They do exist.
I'm genuinely curious why we haven't really... I mean, I know there's a lot going on in the story. I feel like they would have shown them more.
At least in the passing. Like, they could have been having conversations. But I think it was that they were untrusting.
Yeah.
Just
they were expressing here that he was untrusting of Amelia still.
Yeah.
So they maybe just kind of stayed away.
I guess.
From the people, I guess.
How big is this sanctuary? I want to know.
Same.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
And the last thing I have is the next episode will probably not begin with a disaster that is yet to come. I don't know. After all this feel-goodiness ending this episode, I just feel like Echidna is gonna be really spiteful and try to alter her trial or something to make it harder. I don't know.
She's been surprisingly honest. Even when Subaru asks her what happens with this deal, huh? She just laid it all out.
Yeah, this is true.
She's not. She's deceptive, but she's not a liar. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, it's like she will answer whatever she's asked, which she has said before. But if she's not asked, she's not answering, kind of thing.
Yeah, I would just like to point out how, because I was thinking about it in the middle of this episode, how great this series has done with storytelling in like waves. Because like think about like a couple arcs ago where we were just like in absolute existential dread with Subaru, and he's like, I'm gonna die as many times as it takes, and now suddenly we're like this hopeful, and we're like,
have we not learned?
Let's not die anymore, and we can do this, guys. Before we were like, it's fine, it's that thing doesn't go to plant, let's just, it's fine, and now we're all like hype train with Subaru, like, we can do this.
Yes.
Amazing.
It has lulled. I was feeling it though in the middle of the part with Emilia's thing. I was feeling lulled into this secure place of.
I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
I'm just gonna take a nap here. Yeah.
Security. This is ReZero.
Yes. But I think that is it. So guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, if you liked your time here, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Check out the Patreon description if you guys would like to see next episode a week ahead. Remember the Discord's down there, and also remember so is the TikTok and the Reels. So thank you very much. See you in the city. Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, bye.
A special thanks to our patrons: Washington Monambanda, Prosper, Tohanist, Joker, and Jesse Gallimore.